Hi, it's Alan and Cheryl.
We're brother and sister, and we're founders of Belegenza Natural Hair Care. Thanks for clicking on this video. You clicked on it probably because you're interested in healthier, longer, faster growing hair. And you may have simply found us because you were always out to find the finest. And this new world of hair care might be exactly what you're looking for. Or you may be completely frustrated with your hair, or you're having some kind of hair and scalp issues. Either way, you have come to the right place. Of course, you probably have never heard about us, so let us tell you a little bit about why you are in the right place and why you will want to use these incredible products that we created for our own personal use.
In a few minutes, we're going to tell you about the key ingredients and why they handle so many different issues and how you can not only deal with that issue, but also supercharge your hair's condition and style performance into your own celebrity status. You see, it's no accident that we're in demand by so many people, including celebrities and celebrity stylists. And furthermore, you might probably be wondering why or what two bleach blonde people might have to offer you, right?
Mhm.
Well, as any colorist or celebrity stylist knows, bleach blonde hair is one of the most fragile and difficult hair types to maintain properly. You see, when we began developing the core ingredients, we figured that if we could repair and make our hair type extraordinary, then any other texture would benefit extremely well. And what you'll find out later in this presentation is your hair, no matter what texture, type, ethnicity, or genetic composition, will too get awesome results. We're even going to break it down for you into hair types and textures towards the end. But first, we've got to prove to you how we really address the common core of human hair and how you know you are going to get great results with Belegenza Natural Hair Care. You see, we've been stylists for, well, at least I've been stylist since I was 6 years old, a long time. Cece, about how many years have you been a stylist?
18-ish years.
Okay, we won't do the math. Later you'll find out we have an age discrepancy. But anyway, it seems like yesterday, you were in the salon during the summers, and it was fascinating to watch you work as the receptionist.
Mhm.
And you had that glimmer in your eye, and along the way you realized that you liked it more than you liked being a pharmaceutical person, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and who would have known that back then that my pharmaceutical background would play such an important role in Belegenza's amazing growth and success? Of course, we'll tell you a little bit more about our growth once we get into our story.
Most of our stories are kind of backwards, as you're going to find. We kind of fall into things. Cheryl and I kind of make up our minds that we're going to do something, and then we let the answers and the how-tos kind of come to us. Much like the obsession people have with our products, they know they want to grow their hair longer, stronger, and thicker, and then somehow, like you, they finally find Belegenza through a friend or a video or a tweet or something.
Yeah, we didn't set out to do business. We were happy just doing hair in the salon, working with very particular clients. We always knew that we could cut and color hair well, yet felt like their hair quality they were bringing us could be even better if it were just properly nourished. And we wanted to improve hair beyond that, beyond what the top brands were already providing. So our haircuts and colors will look like masterpieces. And we felt certain that we could do that without chemicals.
So our story is kind of like one of those that starts in the garage, except we kind of started in the kitchen. And one day we were closet overeating, in a closet overeating frenzy. And in the middle of a cheesecake, we said, wouldn't it be great if we could feed the hair real foods without chemicals like we feed our pie holes?
That started it all. We knew chemicals had their limits. And in that moment, we started a revolution in hair care. Coconut oil and olive oil and lemons, etc., had already been done, but not in ways that I could see when it comes to extracting the benefits only. I know that the most effective drugs come from are derived from plants turned into chemicals. So, with that organizing principle, we began to trace chemicals back to their food grade origins. From there, we find the most effective part of that food. Well, that's how Belegenza natural hair care started.
And it wasn't that easy. Fortunately, the advances in science allowed us to do something with food that had never been done before. the products we were going to tell you about were not invented immediately. It was really quite a process. And as we developed the core ingredient, we found along the way more and more forgotten foods that had benefits, many of which had fallen out of fashion because in so many cases they were just too heavy for the hair, and then they had been replaced by silicones and other chemicals throughout history. So, in fact, the products we're going to tell you about were born from those original products and ingredients, yet because science has advanced so much, we were able to take only the part of the food that really worked and leave the rest behind. It really was an eye-opener to us as well, and very exciting. We learned so much in the process. We were able to use the wisdom of the past and the science of the future to advance even further. And with all of this, we started to say that hair growth is going from faster to fastest.
Well, before we get too far, let's back up a little bit and tell you what we don't use in our products that other top brands do. And then we'll tell you about some of our key ingredients and why they are superior. And then we're going to tell you how certain ingredients, when combined with certain others, will create results that can be 3, 4, even 10 times more effective than when used alone.
Also, like we said earlier, you may not know us or Belegenza, and that's fine. By now, you're probably starting to realize that we are obsessed with making the best products available, using foods and leaving chemicals behind. And by now, you're realizing that we are real and we stand behind our products, right? So with that being said, let us point out that up until now, most people trust big manufacturers because of their brand recognition and their great advertising and even celebrity endorsements, and those companies are owned by shareholders, not obsessed stylists like Cheryl and me. In fact, as you think of names of other brands, you're hard-pressed to find original inventors anymore. You see, it's all corporate. They've all been bought up by the big corporations whose purpose is to satisfy the shareholders and the company itself, and they rely on paid celebrities, social influencers, and huge ad budgets to make people think they're getting a quality product. And not only that, they're not doing it without silicones or the latest silicone knockoff derivatives. So this is how you really know now that you're really in the right place and will soon be enjoying your hair more than ever when you start using Belegenza natural hair care products.
And anyone who knows us knows that we're always paying attention to the formulas and not so much to the marketing and branding business side of things.
Well, clearly we stand behind our products and we take extreme pride in making premium products for those who really care about their hair and beauty. And anyone knows that at some point there has to be a real authority in the background of the company to be the authority. Mm-hmm. And so with Belegenza, you get 2 authorities. You get the both of us. You see, we're real, and we're the authorities in the high-end hair care, the silicone-free era, and you can count on us to deliver the best results you've ever gotten.
Absolutely. Of course, then, once you start using Belegenza products, you will see and feel the difference, and so will your friends and family, and even your stylists. So once you start, you will always come back, even if you do get distracted by the top brands once in a while.
Like editor Stevie Wilson of LAstory.com, who's bombarded with free products from every beauty company in the world. She tells us, I always keep Belegenza in the shower and on my shelves because I always go back to Belegenza.
And why else are we so unique and excellent? Because we invented the silicone-free era. No one had ever done it and even tried it before. It's just too complicated and expensive to use real food-grade ingredients in perfect proportions without fillers like silicones, which are so cheap.
To make mass market products affordable, they have to use silicones and fillers and even water. Silicones are cheap, they're glossy, and they cover up damage pretty well. But those brands have to skimp on the formula costs so as to afford the 1 or 2 expensive food-grade type ingredients that they can make marketing noise with. So typically there's less than a few % of that exotic argan or Moroccan or exotic du jour protein, whatever, in a base of chemicals and fragrances. So you don't really think that 1/8 of a teaspoon of that exotic ingredient is really going to be able to make it through all those chemicals and cover-ups. Then, when a celebrity with already thick hair acts like she's making love to her hair, pretending that she's used those beautiful bottles of
Huh.
that brand, of that exotic argan or whatever. I mean, come on. I mean, they are actors, you know, all aspiring to be award-winning actors. And by the way, their fees are built into the price of that bottle too.
Yeah, exactly.
So by now, you're probably starting to realize that our ingredients are expensive. And by now you realize that we're not paying our celebrities, right? And we've already told you we've paid most of our attention to creating perfect formulas
Mhm.
to get the results you've always wanted with your hair. So now you can feel certain that you've found the right products with us.
We realize that it's quite a leap of faith to say yes to Belegenza. But once you finally say yes to Belegenza, you could go back to the salon and to the drugstores and to the grocery stores and try all those others again. You just won't want to. By the first use, you will know that it is awesome. And by the end of the month, when you're feeling confident and more powerful and receiving more compliments than ever, you will realize that Belegenza is right for you. These concentrated, supercharged ingredients, which last longer, leave your hair feeling longer, stronger, and thicker. You'll know it just makes sense to use Belegenza, just like the rich and famous.
Oh, do you remember that show called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Not really.
Oh, oh, well, you are 15 years younger than I, so maybe you don't remember it. You were just a baby, I guess. We used to watch this show at 6:30 p.m. every evening, and it was Robin Leach, and he would show us the lifestyles of the rich and famous and how they lived. And I mean, we come from a small town, right? So
Mhm.
it just seemed out of reach that we'd ever even get to see him in person or meet anybody like that. But and who knew that now that we would end up serving the rich and famous. So not only have we created the products that the rich and famous love, we also did that and we found a way to make it affordable for anyone and everyone.
Absolutely.
We all know people who spend 20 to, I mean, everybody kind of spends $20 a week. Well, I think they do. A lot of people do. $20 a
Mhm.
week on grocery store products or new products from the stores. Most of us have a bunch of them down under the sink with almost full bottles because they worked for a little while and then they lost their luster. And then I'm saying this because then there's also people spend money on a dinner that they go out for one night of enjoyment, and that amount of money could be spent on 6 weeks of confidence and compliments and great stuff from Belegenza for your own hair.
Yeah, so we're not only saving hair, we're ultimately saving money and increasing people's joy in life. Like the woman who said, it changed my hair and my life.
I mean, it changed our lives too, right?
Absolutely.
Remember the time we almost left before the red carpet appearance at the Makeup and Hairstylist Awards?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Mm,
yes. Well, that was, yeah, we were excited. And because we're not allowed to talk about things outside the movie biz,
mhm.
we can't divulge the details fully.
But the word in the trailers is that some hair spokesmodel had been using Belegenza and wanted to meet us, and she wanted to say thank you, even though that she represented another brand. And apologetically, they swore us to confidentiality.
Well, we were so excited about that that we were halfway through the Paramount parking lot before we realized we had forgotten to attend the awards show,
Oops.
or even get on the red carpet at that.
Right?
So, as you've seen, you may have seen us on the red carpet, our photo. So we went back, had a great time, and did all that high energy stuff, and got to meet all kinds of folks. And
Yeah, and sure enough, well, we went next week to be on the set and in the hair and makeup trailers, and she was over the top wonderful. And just like the personal, that's what they call the leading actor's private hairstylist. Just like the personal said, we displayed the brand she represents on the counter. But down by my side and in my pocket, I keep my Belegenza, which is what we really use. And her hair is growing and looking fantastic.
yeah. So we have tons of stories like these about celebrities, but we have the heartwarming stories too about people who've spent their last dollars while they're doing chemo treatments so that they can use Belegenza. I mean, we've got all kinds of great stories. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Like children with this weird medical thing called LAS and SAS, which means that their hair just starts falling out from the follicles for no reason. Well, moms who've tried everything else have finally found our products by word of mouth are so relieved for their daughters because, little girls are product of Disney princesses these days, and these princesses have long hair, so we help these little girls.
There's men who call us who've tried everything from plugs to Rogaine to pills, capsules, potions, creams, those little machine things, surgeries. And then once they find us, most are kind of skeptical from time to
Hmm.
time, and they're scarred or have simply given up. But once they try us, they become hardcore users, and we love how they order in multiples so they don't run out in case someone steals it from the gym or whatever.
Right? Smart move. I would do the same. And then there are the celebrities who have us overnight sets of their products to their locations. And they have us send sets to their friends on the sets and then send them as gifts to their friends.
Yeah, so you can find all that and loads of reviews on our website.
And then let's tell them about how we, kind of built our business backwards, which is another reason why you might not have heard about us.
Well, people kept telling us we were idiots for a lot of reasons. Some of our closest family members at that, and even
Mhm.
clients thought we were stupid, as they said. Like, and then there was like the snooty New York salon owner who called us and said, "Oh, your products work amazingly well, but they're so ugly we'd never carry it on our shelves." Until 6 months later, after the clients kept asking for it and demanded they carry Belegenza. Their opening order was one of
Yeah.
my favorites. Later on, they sent an email full of compliments saying that, well, we just keep it on file. They said all kinds of great stuff. It feels like that Fred Astaire note when the casting agent who said, "Oh, Fred Astaire, you can't act, slightly bald, can dance a little."
Hmm.
Well, anyway, they told us you need pretty packaging, you need a business plan, you need to get on Shark Tank, you need to change this, you need to change that, you need to make it cheaper, you need to water it down, and if you do this, we'll introduce you to HSN, and if you give us another $20,000, we'll review it on our site, and blah, 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 whatever.
Yes, it seems to us that everyone else knows how to run a business. They start with a marketing plan, they have advertising, their branding, and all that good stuff, and then they release the product, and it doesn't even have to be good. They know that if they just sell a million of that one product, they're doing well.
Yeah, but not us. We thought business plans were a waste of invention and development time.
Mhm.
We went out and bought things like kettles and stock pots, and we'll show you pictures later of some other
Yeah.
stuff we bought. Tons of foods, fruits, vegetables, aloe vera, you name it, we had it.
But like making a cake, you just don't throw some flour with some eggs, with some milk, with some vanilla, and some sugar, and it just magically turn out into this cake masterpiece. And part of why we are able to break through as creators is that we each have strengths to fill, and the other has strengths.
Yeah,
So
we're a good match.
yeah. So now, I say this kindly. Anyone who knows you knows that you never follow a recipe. And yet, the recipe turns out magnificent.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
I never can make the same dish twice either unless you write the recipe as you're watching me, and then you follow that recipe because I'm not going to follow the recipe either. But thank goodness you know how to do that because your pharmaceutical background, I think, pegged that for you and fine tuned that for you. And that's why we are so attentive to the absolute details which make our formulations so great.
Exactly. And let's tell them how we found our other secret.
Oh. Well, you see, I knew it had to be made of certain food items that had to go into the products.
And I knew that certain extracts would supercharge the formulas. What we couldn't quite figure out is how to make the formula into a luxurious filling formula that
We
would work
realized
perfectly.
that at this point we didn't know how to cook the ingredients so that they would blend together perfectly, and because we had such a unique, never before done concept, being silicone free, there were no recipes available anywhere because no one had ever done it yet.
Of course, that didn't stop us. Um, Having worked in a compounding pharmacy, I knew it could be done. We just needed more expertise. And with that intention, we realized we needed to find a chemist who could now tell us how to cook our ingredients into the perfect hair care formulas.
Well, another story, a little backwards. I ended up on a plane shortly thereafter, and it was Christmas Day. I had gotten an upgrade, and I thought that was my gift. Sitting next to me was this man reading a Quantum Physics Today magazine. I didn't even know they made one. Um, Believe it or not, I'm a little bit shy, and I had already decided at that point not to talk to him because he was just too smart for me. So after about 3 hours of silence, I couldn't take it, and I realized I should at least ask him why he was going to San Diego. He said, well, I'm going to visit my sons, one who's a pediatric neurosurgeon and the other one who's unlocking the DNA code to eliminate cancer once and for all. I said, oh, underachievers, eh? He chuckled and said, oh, only me. I'm just a chemist. What about you? I'm just a salon owner, I said. Well, have you ever wanted to make products? I said, yeah, in fact, we're trying. My sister and I want to, but we can't seem to get our idea refined enough for our high-end clients and have it perform as well as we want. Tell me your concept, he said. I said, well, it has to be better than anything, like L'Oreal or Kerastase or you name that brand on the store or salon shelves. It has to be made, though, of food-grade ingredients and must not contain petrolatum, petroleum PABA, parabens, mineral oil, and here's the biggest deal, it has to be silicone-free. He said, no one has done that before. I said, I know. We've got the main extracts, and everyone we've asked to help us tells us it's impossible. And he said, oh, it can be done. Impossibility is my specialty. I will do it for you. I thought to myself, oh, yeah, sure, sure, yeah. Then I asked, well, why would you even want to, or why would you even try? And he said, well, I was the director of a huge company in research and development for one of the top personal care companies and for over 25 years. Uh, by the way, we can't tell you what the name of that company is. If you find it on your own, that's fine. But for legal reasons, we can't say that. But I pretty much guarantee you've already used something he's made before from that company or another. He went on to say, though, because they are manufacturers that rely on chemicals, I had to develop products that I didn't believe in, and now that I'm nearing retirement, I'd like to make good in the world by leaving a legacy that is based in what you're talking about, food-grade perfection in personal hair care products, without chemicals.
That was some flight, huh?
I know, that was a pretty cool Christmas, right? So exactly a month later, do you remember that day when the salon just went silent?
Yes. And the voice from the back of the salon was chemist.
Of all the words, I mean, it was spooky. And it really was, that was the word, and it wasn't God speaking, but maybe it was, I don't know. We won't go there, right? So, like a movie. So I called him right away, and of course he said, oh, yeah, I was just about to call you. I want to show you what I put together. Can you meet me at the French Bakery on West Harbor Road? I'll see you on Tuesday morning. I've got something to show you.
Of course, that was the beginning of our patent pending formula and the key ingredient that is in every Belegenza product today.
And because that patent pending ingredient is so effective, we started getting calls from people asking us why their hair was growing faster and why their color was holding longer and why am I seeing new hairs at my scalp emerging in my hairline and my thinning areas.
We almost thought that maybe they were calling some other company. I mean, we knew that food grade would be awesome, yet we didn't know that it would start such a movement.
Yeah, and that was really the next phase for us, or actually kind of the beginning, really. We started getting calls and meetings with these major consultant types offering us deals and big companies and stuff. Yet what we found quickly was that they were always trying to get us to sell out on our secret formula ingredient, to which we said no. I mean, if we were in our 80s or 90s already, It would make sense. We would have sold out and taken the millions and moved to an island or bought an island or something.
Yeah, plus we knew we had more work to do because after all of the years in the salon seeing the devastating effects of chemicals on stylists and clients, we had to cause a whole new world of food grade products to replace the chemical ones. I mean, come on. Most people don't even know you had given up your career on stage for the chemicals hair product companies because the chemical hair product companies because the chemical burns on your hands from their products.
Yeah, thanks for saying so. I mean, it's the past for me in one regard, but it's also the thing that keeps me up and keeps me up at night trying to fix it. It was a dream dashed upon the rocks for me a few decades ago. I was the youngest, what's called a platform artist in the business, demonstrating haircuts and kinds of things for audiences. Kind of like the Doogie Howser of celebrity hairstylists. And that was a show from another era when you were a baby. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Well, he was famous again anyway. Obviously, he stayed famous. He's awesome. Well, I worry about my peers in the salon and their clients, and that's part of why we keep going because we get bombarded every day by chemicals in pretty bottles, and many of the people I work with are still not realizing how much danger we're in with all of those chemicals. You see, every time we use a shampoo or a conditioner or a gel, let alone the really caustic chemicals, we are on a daily basis inhaling this into our lungs, absorbing chemicals right into our hands, right into uh, their scalps, our own scalps. So,
Yeah, so now the message is getting clearer.
yeah, that's true. And what we don't tell is that we've been warned and threatened by those people, and that we cannot make any claims. So, for the record, we are not claiming that you'll get any hair growth results or that you'll get any medical related claims being made in any way. So individual results may vary.
Yeah, and not only that, we also have put disclaimers on all of our web pages.
And ladies, just in case you're not scared by the disclaimer, we still have another concern that people have, and we get a lot. And people ask, will it encourage my facial hair growth when I rinse my shampoo in the shower and it gets on my face? No.
No, no. Otherwise, I would be covered because I use it as a body wash.
Me too.
Okay, so now back to what is not in the products and what is, so people can get to using these amazing products. You know, this video is already way too long. Oh, honestly. I typically don't like videos. You know what I'm like.
I know what you're like. In fact, at this point, you might want to just click down on the link below for the transcript. And if you're like Cheryl and just want to get to the bottom line faster, get to the written truth, just click now.
Thank
You can get it.
you.
Yes.
Now let's move on. There is no petroleum, PABA, parabens, SLS, sulfates, mineral oil, gluten, salt.
And that, in and of itself, already makes a huge difference because the chemical layer is no longer on your scalp or in your hair or on your hair. This is kind of like lifting the blankets after a cold winter or the plastic off your garden plants after the winter. It's like spring has sprung again.
And there's the magic. A blend of all of these ingredients in a never before done recipe that maximizes each individual's ingredients effects. We have aloe vera, known for its healing properties. You have coconut extract, known for penetrating the hair and moisturizing the hair and balancing it out. You have apple extract, it's known for soothing and calming effects, and several different types of exotic seaweeds from different parts of the world for strength and shine and flexibility for your hair.
And then there's olive extract, especially for the follicles. Rosemary extract, which is very well known, believed to enhance hair growth and more circulation for the follicles. And then there's a weed called nettle extract, known as a detoxifier, which is very, very important. And then there's lemon extract, known for its pH adjusting powers and cuticle enhancing, and sage extract, it's known as a balancer of sebaceous health. So that's the little oil glands and growth. And sage is supercharged with vitamins A, B, E, and potassium, and I think calcium.
Yes, yes. And then you have sugarcane, which is known for rehydrating the scalp and for healthier growing hair. Castor bean extract, which is castor oil, is an omega-9 oil commonly used in hair growth as a hair growth stimulator. And then you have green tea, which is full of antioxidants and is known for stimulating the circulation and also is a good source of panthenol and vitamin B5 used for your healing your split ends and sealing hair's moisture balance. It's also known to be a great sun damage protector.
And then there's honey, known for its humectant properties to regulate moisture, plus it strengthens the hair follicles for better growth. And another dose of vitamin B5, known as a humectant, and has those properties that are associated with improved hair elasticity and flexibility.
So, not one, not two, 4, or even 5 ingredients that have been used and tested for centuries are in our products, but we have put over 14 extracts advanced by scientific extraction methods, carefully crafted, all of which are FDA approved. All of these come together on a base that is kind of gentle to your hair and scalp and are working harder for you.
So imagine how your hair follicles are going to be when you serve them this gourmet meal. You can also think of it like a garden. A garden with one kind of flower is very beautiful, but when a master gardener gets after it and cultivates a masterpiece of botanicals where there are all kinds of fragrances mixing together and blending together and bursts of colors and textures, that's exhilarating, and that's what we've kind of come together, putting all those ingredients together for.
Yes. And that's how we do things, a never-before-done combination. It's a perfect recipe for bringing out the absolute best of each now has you enjoy the absolute best for your scalp. Longer, stronger, thicker, faster-growing hair.
Well, having said all this in this oh-so-long video, as you say, we're now going to tell you how you can get started treating your hair like never before and get results that by now you realize you want badly. If you're viewing this on YouTube, you'll see a link below to get to the packages page. Opening another tab while we're finishing up, go ahead and do that, and you can get to the package page to order now. And if you're on our website already, go to the package page. And if you don't know where you are, no worries, you're still in the right place. So now go to www.belegenza.com. And like we said at the beginning, you probably got to this video because you want longer, stronger, thicker hair, and that's perfect. We also know that each texture is a little bit different, so we want to acknowledge that you may have other hair needs that must be addressed while you're on your quest for longer, stronger, thicker hair.
Said another way, your hair will be being nourished by any of all of our products. Our packages are just put together in a specific way to not only feed your hair, but attend to its unique characteristics.
Like my hair is naturally curly, bleached, so I use a certain package. Your hair may be its natural color and thinning and fine, so you'll need a different package.
Yes, and we have a package for you on our package page.
You may have hair that is permed, or what's called permed, or relaxed, or it might just be breaking from some chemical or for no good reason.
And we have a package for you on our package page.
So what about if they have tinted or faded hair? Or,
yes.
Is it color safe?
Absolutely. Yes, it's color safe, and we do have a package for them on our package page.
Well, what if my hair is thick and frizzy?
And we have a package for you on our package page.
Well, what if my scalp is itchy and flaky?
And we have a package for you on our package page.
What about if I'm post-chemo and I want to grow it out again?
We have a package for you on our package page.
What about if my hair is pink or turquoise or green or blue, one of the fashion colors, and I want to keep it from fading? I want to keep it rich.
Oh, we have a package for you on our package page.
What about if I had one of those Japanese things or a keratin thing or one of those kind of treatments?
Oh, we have a package for you on our package page.
So we have a lot of packages, right?
Oh, we have a lot of packages.
Well, what about if my hair explodes in humidity and in the humid weather after a blowout?
Oh, we have a package for you on our package page.
All right. So we have lots of packages. And what about if my hair? Oh, extensions. What if my hair is breaking from the extensions where they're attaching the extensions, even though they're the latest, newest? They're not supposed to break my hair.
Yeah, we have a package for you on our package page. I think it's a little bit time to wrap up this video.
Okay, all right. Well, you're the boss, as we know.
Yeah.
You keep the details. So go ahead and click on the link below to go to the package page. But what about if they have already great hair, but they want to get away from toxic chemicals?
Oh, we have a package for you on our package page.
So hey y'all, I think that you kind of got the message that it's time to go to the package page. And so click below. If you can't find that, look to the, I don't know which side it is, maybe it's that side. On your screen you'll see a questions tab on our website. And you can always ask us questions. It's really us answering those things for you. So we'd love to interact with you. Thanks for joining us. We can hardly wait to meet you in person. We can't wait to get in your hair. Like us on Facebook, message us, tweet. That's, do all those kinds of things like that. All that social media stuff.
That's a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay, well, I think we did it.
We did.
You think they'll like the video?
I don't know.
I don't know if they'll like the video, but I know they're going to love their hair, right?
Right?
Yeah, so, okay, well, we forgot to tell them about that lady, the actress, who was about going from one role to the next role, and they bleached her hair too much, and it started breaking off, and we had to overnight the package thing to him.
I know, and she took off her hair. And
I don't mean to laugh. But, I mean, we saved it, and she can't talk about it because she works for that company. In fact, she owns a beauty company. Well, we can't talk about her. Okay.
Wait, did you turn off the video?
We caught you. You're still watching. Click on the thing below. Go to your favorite package page. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, original shark from Shark Tank. Belegenza natural hair care is all the rage in Hollywood. Check it out.
Be kind to your hair, and your hair will be beautiful for you. Belegenza products are made of food-grade ingredients without harsh or harmful chemicals. If health problems put your hair at risk, Gentle Belegenza is for you. Act now and get this special package: Grow Out Shampoo and Strengthener, Romance Deep Conditioning Treatment, and Grow Out Scalp Energizing Spray. Only at Belegenza.com.